When Meri Brown said it was not safe to let Christine back into her life, millions of Sister Wives fans gasped. But just days later, Meri honored her secret circle of ride-or-die friends, women outside the family, women who carried her when polygamy nearly broke her. Was this a warning shot at Christine? A farewell to the Brown family? Or the beginning of Meri's most radical transformation yet? Stay with us, because by the end of this documentary, we'll uncover a twist that could rewrite Meri's entire Sister Wives legacy forever.
I love that she did that. And that's one of those things where you try and hold that separate, but I don't know how much of it she's.
Part 1. They were once presented as sisters in faith, part of a plural marriage under Kody Brown. But behind the smiles, years of tension brewed. For Meri, the first wife, Christine's presence was complicated, a reminder of a family structure where bonds were never truly equal. Christine was warm, outspoken, and protective. Meri was guarded, often isolated. And though cordial, their relationship lacked the foundation of real friendship. Fans noticed. And so did Meri. But why now? Why call Christine a danger, and what does not safe really mean? Meri's latest confession didn't appear in a scripted episode, it came raw, during a candid reflection. She revealed, Christine isn't someone she can truly let back in. The two are polite, even smiling at reunions, but Meri admits, it's not friendly, and that's fine. For fans, the honesty was jarring. After years of shared children, shared faith, and shared heartbreak, Meri's statement was a full stop. But buried in Meri's words is a darker meaning, one the cameras never showed. To Meri, Christine's independence wasn't just freedom, it was rejection. When Christine walked away from Kody in 2021, she didn't just leave the marriage, she left Meri too. And for Meri, who stayed longer in what she calls an unfriendly space, Christine's exit felt like abandonment. Some viewers celebrated Christine's courage. Others asked, was Meri left behind, betrayed by someone she once tried to trust? And then came the backlash. Millions of women online split into two camps, Team Meri versus Team Christine. But here's the twist no one saw coming. When Meri said not safe, she wasn't talking about physical harm. She was talking about emotional survival. To Meri, Christine represents a reminder of the pain, the comparisons, the sisterhood that never truly existed. For Meri, keeping Christine at arm's length isn't cruelty, it's protection. The danger is in reopening old wounds. Fans exploded with reactions. Some accused Meri of bitterness. Others defended her, saying boundaries are essential after years of polygamy trauma. The online debate rages. Is Meri finally reclaiming power, or is she still trapped in the shadow of the Sister Wives empire? And the real question remains, will Meri's words mark the end of Sister Wives loyalty forever? In the end, this isn't just about Sister Wives. It's about every woman who has had to cut ties for her own peace. Meri's story reminds us, sometimes survival means saying enough. Sometimes it means walking away even from someone who was once family. What do you think? Was Meri brave to set boundaries, or should she and Christine try again for peace? Drop your thoughts below. Part 2. For years, Meri Brown lived as the first wife in Kody Brown's plural marriage. She was once the cornerstone, the original wife. But as the family grew, Meri's place shrank. Friendships felt conditional, alliances were fleeting, and isolation became her silent shadow. But in 2025, Meri broke the silence. She turned to Instagram and poured out gratitude, not for her sister wives' family, but for a small group of women she called her ride or die. Loyal, fierce, unconditional. Who are these women? And why is Meri choosing them over the people who once shared her home, her faith, and her dreams? Meri's confession wasn't just about gratitude. It was a declaration. After years of spiritual and emotional collapse inside polygamy, she had finally found family outside of blood and covenant. Women who stood by her when her marriage crumbled. Women who said, "We choose you, Meri," when the Browns didn't. It was a story not of betrayal, but of rebirth. But Meri's message sparked fire. Because in polygamy, loyalty is everything. And by honoring outsiders, was she sending a hidden message to Christine, Janelle, Robyn, and even Kody himself? To some, Meri's post was beautiful, a woman reclaiming strength. But to others, it was a dagger. Fans asked, how could Meri thank strangers before thanking her own family? Was this her final goodbye to the sister-wives dynamic? The unspoken conflict when Meri found safety in her ride or die circle. She admitted, without saying it, that the sister-wives bond never truly protected her. And then came the whispers. Was this Meri's way of telling fans she's done with sister-wives forever? Here's the twist no one expected. Meri's ride or die circle isn't just about friendship. It's about survival. Behind the posts and the smiles lies a truth. Meri isn't just building new bonds, she's replacing the ones she lost in polygamy. For years, Meri begged for belonging in her plural family. Now she's showing the world she doesn't need them at all. And this revelation? It left fans wondering, what does this mean for the future of Sister Wives itself? The internet erupted. Some cheered, calling Meri's friends her real soulmates. Others slammed her, accusing her of rewriting history and abandoning family for fame. The backlash wasn't just about friends, it was about identity. Fans asked, is Meri Brown still a sister wife? Or is she rewriting her own story without them? And in the middle of it all, Robyn's silence, Janelle's distance, and Christine's new happiness only deepened the divide. Meri's declaration isn't just about friendship. It's about freedom. About choosing the people who show up when everything falls apart. For women everywhere, her story is a reminder, sometimes, your real family is the one you build, not the one you're born into. So, what do you think? Was Meri brave for honoring her ride or die circle? Or does it prove the sister wives bond is broken forever? Comment below. Let's deep dive in full details. Part 3. Meri was Kody's first wife, the original cornerstone of the Brown family. Christine entered later, vibrant, outspoken, beloved by the children. On screen, they smiled as sister wives. Off-screen, tension brewed. Christine once admitted she felt neglected, while Meri confessed she felt isolated. Even as cordial allies, they never truly connected as friends. And in polygamy, where loyalty is survival, that distance was dangerous. But why would Meri wait until 2025 to finally call Christine not safe? The answer takes us deep into heartbreak, betrayal, and rebirth. When Christine left Kody, she didn't just leave a husband. She left the entire sister wives household. Fans cheered her courage. But for Meri, it was a silent shattering. The only other wife who might have understood her pain was gone. For Meri, Christine's exit was a reminder of abandonment. And when Christine built a new life in Utah, dating, remarrying, thriving, Meri was left with questions. Did Christine ever truly stand by her? Or was she always standing apart? And then came Meri's quiet but devastating confession. Meri said the words no fan expected. It's not safe for me to have Christine in my life. Not safe. A phrase usually reserved for danger, betrayal, or harm. But Meri wasn't talking about physical safety. She was talking about emotional survival. Christine's presence, Meri admitted, reopened wounds that never healed. To protect her peace, Meri needed boundaries. And those boundaries meant closing the door, maybe forever. But the twist wasn't in who Meri cut out. It was in who she chose to let in. Just weeks after her not-safe confession, Meri posted a glowing tribute not to her sister wives' family, but to her tight circle of women she called her ride or die. These weren't wives or in-laws or Brown family blood. They were chosen. Loyal. Fierce. She thanked them for standing beside her, for holding her up through loss, betrayal, and life after polygamy. For Meri, these friendships weren't casual, they were lifelines. And fans notice, by praising her circle, Meri sent a silent but unmistakable message to Christine, to Robyn, even to Kody himself. My family failed me, but my friends saved me. The fandom split down the middle. Some applauded Meri's strength, finally prioritizing women who lift her up. Others accused her of rewriting history, painting Christine as the villain while exalting outsiders. Comments flooded Reddit and Facebook. Meri is bitter. No, Meri is finally free. Christine moved on. Meri should too. The backlash wasn't just about friendship. It was about loyalty. About whether Meri was closing a chapter of Sister Wives, or burning it to the ground. But the deepest shock was still to come, when fans realized what this shift really meant for the Sister Wives' future. The climax of Meri's journey isn't about feuds or fights. It's about family redefined. By calling Christine not safe, Meri revealed the pain of betrayal. By honoring her ride-or-die friends, she revealed her salvation. The twist is simple and radical. Meri no longer sees her identity through sister wives. She sees it through chosen sisterhood. Back in Season 6, Episode 8, Christine confronted Kody about loyalty. Viewers remember her saying, "I can't do marriage like this anymore." Meanwhile, Meri sat silently in the corner, a silence fans later pointed to as foreshadowing today's fracture. Again in Season 10, Meri admitted in her confessional, "I feel like an outsider in my own family." These moments, scattered across years of sister wives, became puzzle pieces that now form a full picture. Why Meri feels Christine was not safe for her emotional survival. To truly understand Meri's words, we have to look at the broader history. In Utah, where the Browns lived, polygamy was long considered both a spiritual calling and a legal crime. In 2011, when TLC first aired Sister Wives, the family even faced a Utah investigation over cohabitation laws. While charges were never filed, the cultural stigma was real. For women like Meri, Christine, and Janelle, stepping out of the shadows meant risking not just reputation, but belonging. So when Meri now builds her circle outside of polygamy, she's rewriting more than her own story, she's challenging decades of cultural pressure. On Reddit, one fan wrote, "Meri finally found women who treat her with kindness. Why is that a bad thing?" Another clapped back, "She's just bitter because Christine got the happy ending first." Facebook groups lit up too, with comments like, "We've all had to walk away from toxic people. I support Meri," while others argued, "Christine never hurt her, Meri is projecting." TikTok duets showed women saying, "I feel this. My sisters turned their back on me, but my friends became my real family." The split was sharp, and it mirrored exactly what TLC built the show on: loyalty versus independence, unity versus fracture. Therapists often describe chosen family as one of the most powerful tools for healing trauma. Studies show that women who face rejection in family systems often thrive when they build loyal friend networks. Psychologist Dr. Insert example explains, chosen family provides affirmation where blood family may give conflict. It allows women like Meri to redefine safety on their own terms. By honoring her ride-or-die friends, Meri isn't just sharing gratitude, she's revealing how women rebuild trust after years of emotional collapse. While Meri and Christine's dynamic dominates headlines, fans can't ignore Janelle and Robyn's silence. Janelle, once Christine's closest ally, has kept distance from Meri's recent confessions. Meanwhile, Robyn, Kody's legal wife, has stayed quiet altogether. Is her silence protection? Strategy? Or simply exhaustion? For fans, the lack of reaction speaks louder than words. It raises the question, if Meri's ride-or-die circle is outside the Browns, does that mean none of the sister wives are truly in it? Meri's story is not just her own. It's the story of countless women who stayed too long in relationships where love wasn't safe, where loyalty wasn't mutual. Her ride-or-die circle represents every woman who found sisters in friends, not in blood. And Christine's journey represents the courage to walk away, to start fresh, even when it means leaving history behind. Together, their stories mirror the lives of women watching at home, women who whisper to themselves, "I know that pain. I've lived that choice." That's why the saga hits so hard. Because Sister Wives isn't just television. It's a mirror. And for millions of women watching, women who've lost family, left toxic relationships, or rebuilt their lives, Meri's story isn't just reality TV. It's a mirror. So tell us, was Meri right to set boundaries against Christine? Or is this her way of rewriting Sister Wives history? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit subscribe, and join us next time when we uncover Robyn Brown's silence, what she's not saying about Meri and Christine. Because in the Sister Wives world, loyalty always comes with a cost.